Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me again, Truth Teacher, coming at you with another video, which I hope will be something that can help you guys in this time of trial that we're currently experiencing. So I've been seeing a lot of reports about people feeling very uneasy, worried, because they can't get a hold of face masks. Now, most of us are not working in a medical arena where we're coming in contact with sick patients, but we're just going about our business day to day, and we want to make sure that we're protected and that, God forbid, if we do have something, we don't transmit it to someone else. So rather than feeling insecure and vulnerable, I decided to do something to empower myself, and this is what I did. I made my own face mask, a filtered face mask. So all I used to make this was a regular bandana that you can buy in any beauty supply store, or like you find them all over the places, drugstores, beauty supply stores. That's all I used. Um, I use a bandana, some twist ties, and the filtered material. Now, I've been researching and seeing what people were recommending as far as what type of fabric is the best when it comes to filtering out these dangerous particles. And I saw an article talking about what they call it, blue shop towels. I looked into that and I found out that blue shop towels, it's made out of a sturdy kind of paper, but it's very effective in filtering out a lot of microscopic particles. But the only problem with blue shop towels is that it's like semi-reusable. You can wash it a few times, but after a point, you have to get rid of it. So I came up with an alternative, and I found this. What this is kind of material. It's called a ShamWow. It's this kind of fabric that is extremely absorbent, and you can find this. You can find it at Target, or you could buy it online. Now they have two kinds. They've got the yellow kind, which is a really thick piece of material, and then they've got this one, the blue kind, which is more thinner, which is the kind that we want to use. So the good thing about ShamWow is that it's washable. It's antibacterial because they have some kind of a zinc compound in the woven in there somewhere. So it's antibacterial and it's very sturdy. It has a warranty of up to 10 years. So this is definitely reusable, rewashable, and it'll do a great job of filtering out any particles that you may be breathing if somebody sneezed or coughed in the air. Now, would I recommend this for a medical setting? I don't know if I would be that confident, but definitely it's better than nothing. And most definitely it's better than just walking out there with what people are recommending, just, like cotton fabric. This is something that you can do. It's quick, it's simple, very easy. You don't need a sewing machine for this. You don't need a pattern template for this. And so I'm going to show you what we're going to do and how we're going to make it, all right? So I'm going to meet you guys over by the ironing board, and we're going to begin this process, all right? See you soon. Okay, people, so I've gone ahead and done a few steps before I realized my camera was off. But basically what I have here is I've got half of a bandana. So I just cut it down the center and I had this half left. Now, because this is a pattern fabric and I want it to be aesthetically pleasing, I'm going to be working with this line here in the middle. I want this line to be running down the center of my nose. Now, of course, if you're using a piece of cotton fabric that doesn't have a pattern, you don't have to be as meticulous as I'm going to be with this. But, like I said, I want everything to be aesthetically pleasing, and I also want it to be balanced on both sides of my face. So I've gone ahead and I folded this edge over, and I've also folded this edge over like that, And then what I did to set the creases in place is I ironed it. Then once I had that done, what I did is I reached inside here like this, and I just pulled out a little triangle of fabric. So that this is what I have. So once I've got that triangle in place, I went in again, sprayed this down with some water, and I set that in place. And the reason why is that triangle is going to be the piece that sits on the bridge of your nose, all right? So now that I've got that done, I've got all my seams ironed down so that when I open it up, I'm not going to lose my pattern. I went ahead and you see how I get that little triangle there? Yeah. So once that I've gotten that done, I'm going to open the fabric now. I'm going to be working with this center crease. And I've already gone ahead, I've gotten my filter fabric. What I did is I measured it. This is 4.5 inches wide. And the way I determined that length is I just measured, I took a tailor's tape measure. And I measured from the outer edge of my right eye to the outer edge of my left eye, and I came up with 4 inches. And then from the bridge of my nose down to my chin, I measured 5, came out to 4 inches, but after folding it and stuff, I gave a little bit extra, so I made this 5 inches. Now with that done, I want to place this, get this centered. So all I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this piece of fabric and I'm going to fold it over in half. And I'm going to find that pattern that I'm working with here. I'm going to center that, like that. And open it out. But we're coming this way. So here we go. Fold it over in half. Find the center. Open it out. And I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. And now I'm going to take my twist tie. And now I'm going to take my twist tie. I just took off like 2, I broke off 2 and I folded it in half. And I'm going to place that right in here. I'm going to make sure that it's equidistant on both sides of my filter so that it's even. I'm going to place that right up against the filter, and now I'm going to fold it over. Okay, so now that I've gotten that folded over, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this. I'm going to sew this down so that the twist tie and the filters stay in place. So actually, I'm going to push this up just a little bit more. And I'm going to feel where the twist tie and the fabric is. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sleeve that twist tie is sitting in. So I'm feeling where the filter is, and I'm actually going to sew into the top edge of the filter. Now I am using a black thread. I thought about using white thread for you guys, but I'm going to be wearing this out, so I want it to look good. So basically, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take the needle, very simple. I'm just going to go in and out and run this along, and I'm feeling very carefully to make sure that I'm sewing into the filter fabric. And then okay, so you guys can see what I did there. And now just pull the thread through. All right, and we continue feeling for the fabric, my filter. Make sure that it's in there. Good. And we continue. In and out. Okay, and this is the edge of the filter. I'm gonna come back up. All right, so I've got that done, and you can see the filter is sewn into the material. Alrighty, let's fold everything back over. And I'm going to show you what we're working with. Alright, so let me show you what we're working with now, right? So we have the mask. You see that nose piece there? That's so that you can mold it to your nose bridge. Okay, and I got everything nice and centered. Alright, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do next, alright? So I got the two shoestrings on the side there. Now I'm going to tie it onto my face and I can start molding. Alright, so now I'm going to mold this to my face. Just tie it in place so that I can begin to work with it. Okay. So now begins the folding process. Alright, I'm going to take this and fold it under because I really don't need that much fabric. I'll probably go back in and cut off a lot of this excess on the bottom. But I basically, right now, I folded this bottom part up to my chin. So now I'm here like this, and look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to gather this up so that under my chin, I got a covering. And this is why, like I said before, you want to wash this material before you start working with it so it's as supple as possible. But I'm feeling here where it's snug. I'm getting a snug fit under my neck. Okay, so I'm just going to feel now. I'm going to take one side, open it up, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend it inside like this. Start tucking and folding. I'm feeling the point of my chin, tucking and folding. Okay, same thing on the other side. Tucking and folding. So that I've got a snug fit under my chin. Okay, just tucking and folding, trying to maintain a tight fit under here. Okay, and now that I've gotten it as tight or snug under here as I think I can get it, I'm going to hold it in place. I'm going to undo the tie here. And I'm going to very carefully, I'm going to take my thumbs, place it in the crease there, and fold it together. Okay. So now what I got another triangle, a bigger triangle on the bottom. Okay. I'm going to go back in now, once again. I'm going to set a crease. I'm going to take my spray bottle. And I'm going to set this crease. Okay, before it gets too set, let me just make sure that it's even on both sides. Okay, I see it's a little bit uneven here, so I'm just going to go in, tuck that up. All right. I'm going to open it up, just spray a little bit in that crease, make sure everything is even. And I'm going to now set my crease. Okay, we do it on the other side. Okay. Now, this bottom edge here is a lot thicker than I really want. It's a lot, well, not thicker, it's lower than my jawline. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, open it out, and I'm gonna fold it in. Can you see what let me do it this way. So I've just opened this flap. See the point here? I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna fold it in like this. Now I'm gonna set another crease and I'm gonna try this. If it's too bulky, then I'm gonna go in and cut out, a few layers of fabric. But let's see if this will work for us. Okay, let's get a nice point here. Okay, next side. Same thing, I'm gonna open this up. Kind of like, you ever made paper airplanes? Or origami? Similar concept here. All right. This is what we've got now. Okay. And at this point now you're ready to attach the hair bands, which will be around your ears to secure your mask. I would suggest that you not stitch it down too tightly because at this point you're going to have to do a little bit of trial and error to see what works best for you. If it's too tight, it'll slip off of your ears or it'll be really uncomfortable, painful. If it's too loose, of course, you're not going to have an adequate seal on the mask. So you're going to have to go back and forth, adjusting to see what the comfort level is for yourself. So I found the level that worked for me, and that is pretty much the final product. And now you can see the finished product, how it looks on my face. I've got a really good seal around my eyes and my nose. And as you can see, I've got a really good fit on the sides of my face and especially underneath my chin to minimize the chances of any unwanted particles coming in contact with my respiratory system. And as far as cleaning goes, it's very simple. You could put it in the washing machine and dryer, or you could do what I usually do is just put it in a pot of boiling water with a little bit of OxyClean or some other type of detergent. Wring it out and rinse it underneath the tap and then hang it up to dry. So I've got 3 masks and that allows me to be able to have something to wear while the others are being cleaned. So there you have it, everybody. A perfectly good mask. Definitely better than those blue, paper things you see people wearing. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted whenever I upload a new video. Alrighty, everybody, stay safe. We're all going to get through this alive and healthy, and I'll see you next time.